The time of the third thirds is upon us. So let me discuss what some of those roles were for. When Dragonhold is finished, or during the time... Well, okay. So now that you started making it, each of the buildings that have been started on will summon one retainer and one military unit to defend it. People will be drawn to your strength. When one building is finished, you will then summon another military unit. Another group of mercenaries or itinerant fighters looking for a lord will join you. So you have 2 military units in way and 2 retainers that are on their way. I will say this. One of those 4 roles was for something that flies.
Okay.
Now, back to our
26
previous action.
We'll
What
let
are we doing here?
Cornelia and Godric handle all that.
So, can we trigger a long rest just so we're back to full health after
You
our
spent
resting?
2 days partying. You can do whatever you want.
Cool.
Long rest, short
Well,
rest, double long rest, triple long rest. I'll even give you 4 long rests in 48 hours.
Sheesh.
This is the magic of Dungeons and Dragons. You can sleep whenever you want to, man.
Well, do we want to make sure we've cleared everything outside first, like take a look in the graveyard, take a look in the park, before we worry about what's beneath us?
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I want to see if we have any like clerics on hand from like either of the camps, and ask them to just consecrate.
Cleric here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you multi-class.
You don't have consecrate though, unfortunately.
No, I don't know.
None of these people are high enough level. It should not surprise you to find out that all the dwarves are not fighters; they are miners, and all of the elves are artisans, not rogues.
Yeah, don't stereotype them.
They're commoner classes,
Gotcha.
not adventurers. I'm sorry. Where do you want to start? Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bob.
Okay, you've still got that mysterious archway
Yes, we do.
that leads to the plane
To
of
the-
negative energy.
No, no.
I also haven't looked at the graves yet.
Yep,
Or
and the cemetery.
Oh, during those time partying, could we examine some of the other treasure items that we had?
Sure.
Like the coral chalice inlaid with a filigree of orichalcum.
It's pretty dope.
What is that?
How do I get out of this place?
You know
There we
coral from like a reef?
No, I know that.
Yes,
my character's like.
I'm starting there, right? It's actually quite rare. Like reefs are not common in this world. And you are located very far from an open body of water.
Found the door.
The coral is not just any coral. It seems to be magically reinforced. And of course, it has an inlaid filigree of orichalcum that gives it quite a black gold shine. It's like this very pleasing... It starts at like a pale blue down at the bottom, like a powder blue, and it goes to like a dusty white up to the tips are all like pink orange, like maybe like a salmon. Got a pastel feel to it. There are 4 graves here and 2 memorials. Both memorials appear to be marking upon the death of a dragon.
Interesting.
So would they be like a cenotaph?
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Cenotaph.
With a C. Cenotaph.
I know how it's spelled. I just you're not sure whether there is or is not someone buried beneath those markers. I mean, if there is a dragon buried there, they were either very small or what is buried beneath them is incredibly large.
Okay.
Definitely not gonna dig it up and find out.
No.
No, I'm not one for desecrating graves.
I want to make sure we're clear. There's nothing spooky or abnormal going on over here. I feel like we should hire an expert / person who deals in death gates, because I don't feel like touching this thing.
Well, we'll have to go somewhere to do
I
that.
mean, it's unpowered.
Where do you? Can we figure out where it's powered from then?
I mean, like the runes that were powering it have long since lost their energy.
Gotcha. How?
But like something has to be holding this up because
Yeah, we know there's something below it. So
a stone circle is not going to hold itself upright.
Is there a way? There's got to be a way to figure out how to get.
I mean, we got
thing.
a bunch of dwarf miners. We just ask them to excavate.
Or first, we can figure out if there's somewhere in the house that goes to it. If not, then we can do that. I doubt it's just like a huge ass block of stone.
I think if there's a pathway in the house that'll lead down to that, that'll be someone will find that during the reconstruction.
Which I'm helping with, so I mean I could try to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the cemetery? We keep coming back to this arch, and you are going in the same circle as the arch every time you come back here. You're just, we should dig it out, and then you're like, no, we should wait, but then we should dig it out. So about the cemetery, there are 4 graves, although one of them is quite different than the other, and then 2 memorial markers for dragons.
I want to read the name on the graves.
Which grave would you like to start with?
Let's start with the big one off to the side, and then we'll work our way clockwise.
So that one, the front end of it has a little cross coming out of it, and the cross says Loch Blazewing. There's an inscription at the other end of it, which says, I leave the fate of the Drake Wardens beneath my feet for another to take up. Serve with integrity, but integrity is capitalized with an I, and it's the I that would be used in Draconic, not in Common.
Sparky.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like him also to look at the graves, the memorials for the dragons too, and see if he knows anything about those.
Yeah, he has some knowledge of both of these dragons. One of them was the Drake Warden's dragon, and the other one appears to be an allied dragon who camped here.
Okay.
He explains to you that the word used for camping seems to mean that multiple dragons layered themselves in this building to provide a benefit to the valley.
I mean, the way that the memorial for the Lord was written implied that it's almost riddle-like in referring to leaving something beneath him. Almost, it would imply that I'm not going to dig out the grave, but maybe there's something beneath the keep as well.
Some dead dragons that are powering the portal.
I mean, what do you make of the use of the draconic eye here?
I'm going to copy paste this real quick. He remarks only that it's unusual that a Drake Warden's grave would not be entirely in Draconic. That only the eye, and not even his name, would be in Draconic. Very unusual, especially given that he was an elf. He's a little, upset about it. Godric, you are by another grave.
Yes.
That grave reads, Mistress Gallivantia, secret keeper of the Undying. It appears that she died long before Loch Blazewing. At least 50 years before him.
Can I do a history check to see if I would know it, if I would recognize these names or anything?
Sure. Make a history check.
Come on.
We've already established you don't know shit about warlocks. This woman is definitely a warlock. Secret Keeper is kind of like I'm a warlock. Well, she's a witch. It's like, hey, I'm a witch, but if I say witch, you'll try to murder me. So people in the know what I am, and people that don't are just like, oh, Secret Keeper. It sounds mysterious. They must be powerful. Mistress Gallivantia, of course, from what you just generally glean around here, and maybe some half-remembered stories, very powerful arcanist. Who was trying to delve into the secrets of energy between planes.
I think this person might be the reason for our portal back there. I think Godric's going to move on to the next one, but before he does, he's going to as he's passing each grave, after he finishes reading, he's gonna like rest a hand on the tomb and just say like, "Sleep in peace," and then move on to the next.
Okay.
The next
So
tomb.
something that we've learned here then is that the Drake Wardens never removed that stone circle. If it predates them, either they didn't know what it was, or for whatever reason they decided that it wasn't a threat.
Right. They knew what it was before we got here and decided to keep it.
The middle grave is someone who was buried after Gallivantia, but before Locke, and it reads Mad Garum, Dog of Heroes.
Ah. The mad dog from the painting.
Rest my hand on his grave again and say, "You're remembered fondly. Sleep well," and then go to the last one.
Okay. The date on this is actually after Locke Blazewings. It almost looks, maybe this is the best stonework you've ever seen, or maybe someone drove a sword into her grave and then turned the sword to stone. It's tough to tell. It's really a toss-up. The grave reads Dame Retortia Hornblower.
Dame Retortia Hornblower. Yeah. Can I do a history check on that name as well?
Yes. You will do it at disadvantage.
She's probably an elf. 13.
She is, in fact, an elf. There has been some effort to remove her from the history books because she is a heretic against gods of several different pantheons. She refutes many of them and speaks of something that came before the gods during the time of dragons. He bore some would say holy, some would say unholy horn called the Horn of the King of Heroes. With it, you are cursed to answer the call of the horn in the future. But when you blow it, you summon anyone who has ever used it before you.
Okay.
And you only get it one time. It's a one-shot deal.
Wow. That sounds almost like my magic.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's tempting us again.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not one for grave robbing. Again, just puts my hand on the thing and says, "I've never really seen eye to eye with the gods either. Rest in peace," and then move on from the grave.
I sing an elven dirge.
Make a performance check.
Okay. Nine. Not very good.
Nothing magical happens. There's no Zelda shit happening here.
Oh, I just sing out of respect. And then I turn and walk away.
I'm going to look at the stained glass window on our front door and just
There are 10 dragons, the classic 5 and 5 of colors and metallics.
Oh, so it's all the dragons.
They all bow beneath the symbol of the moon.
Is it in good repair? Does it need to be...
Seems magical. Unlike the rest of the place, this one's not going to need any cleaning or keeping.
Can I see what kind of magic it is?
Do you have any ability to detect magic at all?
Nope.
No.
Then I'll just kind of...
Dragon magic.
You know, just...
You do that, and the you put on it fades before your arm even gets to... It auto cleans
Damn.
your breath
handy.
before you touch it. And actually, you touch it and you smear a little, tiefling skin oils on it. That fades as well.
Good to know. Self-cleaning. We should put more of these in the house.
Incredibly prohibitively expensive. An ancient lost art.
All right, should we go check out the park?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Stroll through the park.
There is a non-functional fountain, a series of plants that seem to be reclaiming the area. The soil here doesn't appear to be very good, and a well-kept ringed hedge with a statue in the middle of it. Is there a wall there? Is that what you guys can't pass over?
Yeah. It's,
My bad. I'll get you over here. Kithrix, as soon as you enter the area, the fountain restarts.
Because you're the Drake Warden,
Yes.
and we're not.
Guineria, as you
nice.
approach the statue, you believe, so you've done some study on the background of the keep of Grey Lock Blazewing and his companions. You believe that this statue may be of Mistress Gallivantia, and it has a nameplate in one of the primordial languages.
Oh,
This stuff's old.
very old.
Does the fountain look good and in good repair, or does that need to be repaired?
It looked like it was gathering dust and dirt, but the instant that Kithrix stepped into the area, it all washed away. The water seems clean and pure.
So
Seems clean and pure.
cleaning. Catheric's doing all the cleaning. Just gonna walk around and clean everything.
If only I could get the rest of the place to self-repair.
I know. It's all right.
I want to go over and check the water.
Yeah.
I sniff it.
It smells like water, which some people will tell you has no smell, and they would be wrong.
It smells like the minerals that are in it.
It
Jeez.
smells like fresh water for sure.
Okay. I take a sip.
I wonder where it's coming from.
I mean, it's good. It tastes even better than fresh rainwater.
No. Well, we've got a water source that's working. This is very important. I don't know the language on the statue as far as I can tell.
Is it not draconic?
It's primordial. One of those.
Primordial, I don't know it.
Don't you know how to comprehend languages?
Well,
James, right out of left field, playing D&D Beyond. The puppet master, the commander.
Oh, it's only for any spoken language.
Okay.
You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface. Can I get over there?
You can jump over the hedges and go through the
Okay.
ferns and touch it.
Sure. So I'm going to spend the time to do my comprehend languages.
It says, the keep I keep are the riddles I keep.
Keep I keep or the riddles
I keep. It's the riddles I keep. Are there riddles within the keep that we didn't see?
Well, there's more to learn about this place.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna keep my eyes out when I'm ripping up these floors and walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think it's the trapdoor next then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trapdoor to nowhere.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm
snap.
grabbing everybody.
There's the music.
Yeah.
Where's this? Oh, there's the trapdoor.
Trapdoor set in the floor.
Yep. I'll open it. If
Oh, whoa. Let's check
there
for
are no
traps first.
Yes.
24
on.
passive perception. You don't believe there are any traps.
Okay.
I open the trapdoor.
Inside, you can see that there are foundations that go at least as deep as the well that's here. So when you pull the trapdoor aside, it's clear that there is a function on the bottom of the trapdoor that allows you to like it's like a like a pulley wheel to haul a bucket from below up.
But is the chimney itself big enough for a person to fit down?
Maybe someone small. Several people here would pass that. As far as you can tell, this looks like it goes 30 or 40 feet down and is all finished work stone.
Is there like a ladder that goes down, or is it just a straight drop?
There's the rope from the pulley.
I'll go down.
Okay. You have slow fall, right?
Yeah.
I don't need even if you fail in some point, you'll just slow fall down with the rope and hit water. You're never going to take any damage. I mean, you drop down here. It looks like the water levels have been receding for some time. The water appears fresh, but there's like nothing magically refilling it. You dive down. It goes another 20 or 30 feet before it hits the bottom. Again, all finished stone. It's not like rough stone. It's not soil or anything. This is just a repository made of flat, angular stone in the foundations that holds water.
So it's a system.
There's no input to get water in here. You're not really
okay.
sure how it comes in here.
Can someone throw me a torch?
I will. I mean, we better catch it because it's going to go in the water otherwise.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, you catch it. You just deflect missiles. You snatch it out of the air.
Yeah, exactly.
And throw it back. Ow!
Not that
Sorry.
one. The other
Reflex.
one. Actually, I'll do one better. If Tanira wants it, I'll pass my miner's helmet down. It says the little light on the front.
Probably won't fit with my horns, but I think the
Well, I mean, because if it connects up to where the sewage goes, you might.
Yeah,
have
I just
some
want to see like
explosive
where the water's coming in, if there's any like entrances
look
or
around.
exits.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Make an Arcana check.
Natural 20!
Okay.
Nice.
Now make a history check. He's going to keep making you roll checks. For your roll
Double Arcana check.
At first, you're confused. There's clearly no way for water to get in or leave here except through the door you came in. And then you start noticing a weird glimmering. Is it in the water? That's so weird. Is it just a reflection of the torch on the water? And then you notice there are very faint silver runes traced into the walls. They are not active, but they appear to turn this container into a decanter of endless water.
Interesting.
So if and when the keep receives magical power, this will provide endless clean water.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of this building is reliant on this magical power, so we should probably figure out how to restore that so that a lot of these amenities can just work for us. How that is supposed to happen is beyond me, probably. But yeah, this thing refills with water. Or it's supposed to, by itself.
Well, as we rebuild,
I put the riddle in there, by the way, just so that there would be no confusion as to any capitalizations.
Gotcha. Yeah, throw the torch back up, and I'm going to climb back up the rope.
Okay. No check needed there either.
So, okay, there's not that much subterranean part to this as we might have first thought. It's just just that area.
Yep, just a simple rune action. So once we get that figured out, we should be good with water.
Sparky just straight up tells you in Draconic that there's definitely more to this place than what we've seen. I can feel it. There's something pulling me down.
Down farther than the well.
Sparky hasn't gone down there yet.
By all means.
Sparky's not keen to just dunk himself in the well.
No.
I mean, I can go down again if he wants to sit on my shoulders.
I mean, the thing is that most of the floor here is rotten, so we should be able, if there's space beneath the base foundation, we should be able to find that. Otherwise, it could be underneath the stone floor. But I think we need a more thorough exploration. There's definitely something beneath us. That's what the riddle The first riddle would indicate.
It's the riddles I keep.
What do you want to
I
do?
mean, apart from tearing up all the floors right now, I don't really see.
You could start tearing
as
up
far
the
as-
floors. Make an
I mean,
investigation
yeah.
check.
Well, I think investigation. I
I'll
don't
do
know if it
that.
involves like crowbarring the whole floor, but I think investigating the floors is definitely something we
Alright.
want to do.
I can definitely do that.
Can we all do that?
Absolutely.
Are we doing investigations?
My man could not continue to get above a 20. Couldn't keep it going forever.
Nope.
Pitstrix, you're being careful here. You're not taking a crowbar, but this wood is not great. It's, you know, you wouldn't put a lot of weight on any of this. The armory seems to be in a better shape than the dorm, and the bathroom is in much better shape than either. But yeah, with all of you, 12 is not so good, 14 is not great, but 15 and 19.
15.
There is definitely very solid stone foundation beneath this place. And more importantly, there is steel piping that appears to release steam at a regular interval and is currently releasing steam to heat the floors.
I mean,
so what's building the steam?
Where do
The
the pipes
pipes,
lead?
great question. The pipes for the steam attach to the stone foundations and lead down beneath you.
so we need to excavate.
Yeah.
If only we had a dwarven excavation team handy.
Eh,
At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and tell some of the dwarves I need at least like 10 dwarves to start excavating for us.
Okay.
So there's one thing I think we haven't tried as well, because a lot of things have just activated when we've walked in. So I'm going to go just briefly sit in the throne and get Sparky to sit up in the little roost and just make sure that there's nothing that triggers by a Drake Warden taking up the
mantle.
Someone walk through the circle.
Who is in the room with you when you do that? Do you do that alone?
whoever wants to be there.
I'll go.
I'm tearing up the floors.
Okay.
I'll check it out before I go get an excavation team.
Tanira, the doors to the throne room close in your face.
Hey,
All of you see a elven man appear next to the statue of Kithtrix and Sparky that's in the middle of the room. He turns and smiles sadly at you and says, "Greetings, Drake Warden. I am Locke Blazewing. It would appear that you now sit where I once sat. If you're seeing this, I am, of course, dead. I'm sure you have many questions. The secrets to this place are many. If you have a keen mind, you will find them. This place was constructed for dragons in the pursuit of good. But it can be turned to evil should the wrong person hold this place. And so it is that you must give your life to protect it. Serve with integrity, for I leave the fate of Drake Wardens beneath my feet for another to take up." And he turns and goes and looks out at the cemetery where he's buried. And then disappears.
I wonder if maybe, just maybe, one of those graves is actually stairs. Maybe we need to see if any of them actually open.
You're going to desecrate a cemetery?
We're going to investigate.
Investigate desecrating a cemetery.
Yes.
Okay.
To see if anything has a switch.
I'd like you to make an
has-
investigation check.
Okay.
Would it be helpful to be detecting magic at the same time we're doing this? In
Could
case
be.
there's something. Yeah. So I will go out there with you and I will ritual detect magic.
Okay.
I know everything here is magical, but whether or not there's
Everything's
something
magical.
pinpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This area is
Everything.
consecrated.
everything is magic.
Oh,
Cornelia
I do
rolls
not
a
know what
natural
I'm
one.
looking for.
You definitely think you have angered the gods with some of your, like, you break a piece off of his grave, like you chip a piece of marble and you're like, uh-oh.
You're like
Yeah,
a random.
What are you doing while you're investigating it?
I'm poking, I'm looking at the letters. I look at the letter I. Can I push on it? Can I, trace my finger across it? Then I look around for a letter I.
You look for a similar iconic letter I. You don't find any other I. With the exception of the I's in the names of the 2 dragons buried here.
Are they carved similarly?
The eyes are similar.
Each push one of them?
Maybe.
They are stone. They don't push.
I'm going to take some of the wood that I've been taking up outside and maybe head over to the grave to help Guineria.
Sure.
In her investigation. And found anything?
Maybe he was just looking out to where he's buried.
Well, I think the riddle, there's got to be something to the riddle. The keep I keep is, what was it?
But that's not his riddle. That's her riddle. His riddle is the one about how the legacy of the Drakeborns lays beneath his feet. So whether or not he means the foot of his grave, it could be the foot of the statue in the main hall. It would have been a statue of him before we came in.
Can I go over to the grave and kind of check it out a little bit?
Sure. Make an investigation check if you want. You can also tell me what you're doing.
I'm definitely going to check like the foot. Oh my God. Never mind.
You also are pretty sure your soul is in deep peril as you somehow accidentally break something off this grave. This consecrated grave.
It's a shoddy craftsmanship.
There's only a 1 in
breaking.
There's only a 1 in 400 chance I'll roll another one. So
no, there's a 1 in 20 chance you'll roll a 1.
No, then I get to re-roll it.
Oh yeah, I'll buy that actually. All right, your math checks out. This is like 11 Pokeballs.
Okay, but still not a great roll there.
No.
Okay.
What are you doing when you investigate the grave?
So his grave is actually like it's a stone tomb. Is that right?
Yeah, like casket with a lid.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not keen. I don't want to open the lid at the moment. So that being said, I mean, this is a desecration to open the tomb versus pulling everything out. Like I'm not advocating pulling out, but to slide the top off the tomb, I don't think that it's that strong anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say I was just gonna check the feet area for any.
Yeah, I was looking at the foot of the grave, but
grave. Yeah.
Can I come up and check the tomb? And I want to see if I can tell that if the tomb is just sitting on the ground or if there's more to the structure under the ground.
No need to make that check. You get down there real close. There's something beneath this tomb. It is built into a deeper foundation.
Yeah.
It reminds you of the archway.
Much like the circle, there's something under here. Whenever it comes to stonework, leave it to a dwarf.
What do you want to do with the tomb? You're the only one that hasn't rolled investigation. Tell me how you're going to roll a 1.
Guessing from where his feet would be, I actually don't want to open the tomb. I want to like move the dirt and see if it's like something here under the dirt, or if it's actually if there's nothing here, then it would have to be inside the casket.
You dig with your hands maybe like a few inches down. The bottom of the tomb is a solid stone wall that continues to go down. It's super odd. You've probably never seen a above ground tomb that has a below ground foundation like this.
So that sounds like we've got to go into the tomb then.
I'm gonna put my hands on the lid of the tomb and I'm gonna say
it slides forward as soon as you do. You touch it, it moves automatically. And you can see that there is a staircase that starts where you're at and leads down deeper into the building.
I hate this.
High five for Godric.
Yay, thanks, Godric.
All right. I go ahead and I start walking down.
You very briefly believe, James, that you see that image of Locke Blazewing watching you from the main
From the
keep
window.
as you all move down the stairs.
As I'm going down the stairs before I get out of the range of the tomb, I'm going to put my hand on the side again and thank Locke Blazewing for his guidance. And then I'm going to continue my dwarf trundle down the stairs.
Okay.
Anybody else see the irony in walking through a grave? And then I'll go through.
Victrix, you and Sparky go next.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Cool.
go last.
Come on, Sparky. Let's help him in.
Very well.
Hopefully we find the source of the magic down here. Turn all the appliances on.
You take a staircase down 6 flights of stairs. Turning. You reach a door at the bottom that has a inscription in primordial. Both sides of the door have a part of it.
I'm sure it says something nice. This is where you will get all the dinner.
Are you still comprehending languages from before, or?
Well, before that, I am going to say the keep I keep is the riddle I keep.
Nothing happens.
Well, I can cast comprehend.
Well, it does.
languages.
It lasts an hour. It doesn't require concentration, and it lasts an hour.
Oh, okay. Has
Can
it
I
been an hour?
say serve with integrity?
If it's still within the hour, then I'm going to try and comprehend the languages.
All right. Players,
Um,
the thing about riddles is they're mostly solved. If you Google what I say, you will find the solutions. If that's how you want to do it, I can't stop
No, I
you.
don't
I
wanna
can't
do
like
that.
look
we're
into
not
your
gonna-
eyes.
No.
You can do
No,
that.
no.
My challenge
Wow.
has made men throughout time stumble. I have left the wise wizened and kings humble. You see me now, but I am most often heard.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yes.
As good as my memory is.
Riddles.
I'm so good.
Is
at
that what you
riddles,
say?
guys.
Do you say riddles, riddles, riddles?
Yes.
The door opens.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It left the
Okay.
things
Yeah.
that I most often heard. Damn. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
people
This is a good
stumble
one.
over trying the solution of riddles.
She totally meant to do that.
Yes.
There is a hallway. Magic lights light it up. You can see that there is huge writing along the walls. Like each letter is like 3 or 4 feet long, and the height of like 8 feet tall. Along the hall.
In what lettering? In what language?
In very old common.
Okay.
Ye
They
old
say
common.
anything, or are they just random letters?
They do appear to read something. It will take you like 3 or 4 minutes to gather everything from both sides of the hallway. It reads, "Choice is the gift we gained from the first dragons, defiance to the gods and their destinies who tried to replace what came before. This is my gift."
Was it a good gift or a bad gift?
At the end of that hallway, you come to another door, which the nameplate at the top reads in Draconic, "Riddles and their lessons. This is my gift." And then there is a riddle in Elvish on the door.
Elvish. Okay.
Today.
Cost of making only the maker knows. Valueless if
That's what's in there.
but sometimes traded.
Yeah, I'll say it out loud, I guess. The cost of making only the maker knows, valueless if bought, but sometimes traded. A poor man may give one as easily as a king. When one is broken, pain and deceit are assured.
Your
I
word.
promise.
Yeah,
Okay.
promise, yeah.
Promise.
You say a promise, and the door in front of you opens.
What do we see?
You don't see anything to start with. You hear a voice say, a feminine voice in Elvish say, "Our word is the only thing we might be known by. Our bodies and souls and values shift and change throughout the passage of time. What can only precede us with any degree of confidence is the knowledge of your character and your willingness to hold true to your word."
Who's there?
When you say, "Who's there?" the door in front of you closes.
Fuck.
Ah, I get it. The P word, I don't want to say it because the door will open, but the answer to the riddle, I think it wants us to make it an oath or a promise.
The door opens.
Oh!
There is a
Sorry,
hallway behind. The voice repeats the same message, but the hallway remains in darkness. I think most of you have dark vision, except for
Yeah.
I don't.
Kithtrix.
Kithtrix, no.
I know you don't, because it's funny to me. After suffering on Solasta.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably used, at this point, I've used Produce Flame, so I've got like a
Okay.
flame in my hands to light the what I can with anyway.
The hallway is further than 60 feet.
Yeah.
For both
24
Produce Flame
passive
and-
perception,
So
but
what
can't
is-
see in the dark.
Yeah.
What did the voice say again?
I will put it down.
Okay.
But they said it in Elvish, so
Oh, okay.
you'll have to
I have
get
no
a
idea what it
translation
says.
like from Gwyneria.
Yeah. Our word is the only thing we might be known by. Our bodies and souls and values shift and change throughout the passage of time. What can only precede us with any degree of confidence is the knowledge of your character and willingness to hold true to your word.
So I think it's not unlike what you said, Gwyneria. It's some sort of oath, and
My word is my bond.
I've already made. We've all made oaths already. I've already promised Sparky that I'll look after him and we'll see this through. So I will try stepping into the corridor.
It's dark. You got to produce flame.
Okay, I will start to walk down the corridor then.
After about 30 seconds of transit, you find a door. Scratched into the door in common, it reads, "Unity and teamwork. This is my gift. No more riddles, Gallivantia. If they can get this far, you're not going to trick them."
All right, everybody up here.
All right.
I'm coming in.
I'll go last.
When I see this guy's writing, I say I like this guy.
Like all of the original doors, this door is doubled, but it opens towards you rather than away from you.
Okay, are there handles to pull on?
There are.
All right, I think we're going to all need to be a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I grab
You
one of the door handles.
Pull
Oh,
it
wait.
open. There are two doorways. There is one that has the common number 1 in a sort of inscribed number above it, and then the other one on the left says many.
We are many.
I
Yeah,
think
we're many, so we should go through the many door.
he was speaking about unity and trust, so I think we need to go down the many door.
Yes.
Yep.
As all of you go into the many door. Well, Tanira, what do you want to do?
Yeah,
I'm not good at riddles. I'm gonna do with whatever everybody else is gonna do.
Yeah, because I was going to actually, like, knowing Tira's at the back, I was going to make sure, like, before we all continue on, make sure Tira's following us.
All 4 of you try to step
I'm
through the
super
doorway. You run
freaked
into
out.
a brick wall. You just the many door seemed dark, and when you try to walk through it, you hit a wall and bounce back.
Okay, maybe one of
okay.
us needs to go through the one and the others go through the many.
No, I think that as one, we go through the door that marked as one because we are one.
Ah, that's true. Okay, I like it.
Yes.
Okay,
I would like
That
all
makes
of you to
sense.
make an initiative roll.
okay.
Fuck.
I'm not going to start the tracker. Just make a dexterity.
Dun
Check.
dun 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 dun.
So it's just a dexterity check, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so do a dexterity check or an initiative roll?
Initiative is the same as dexterity, more or less. So
Okay. Then a dexterity check it is. Saving throw or ability check?
ability check.
Ability check. Godric smashes his face on the door.
Oh!
Tanira,
It was on
Godric, and
20!
you all try to walk through at the same time. Tanira, Godric, and Gwyneira, you bounce off of a wall that you didn't see. Hithrix, you disappear. And when you do, so does Sparky. And with that, we're going to end the episode.
No!
Yay, cliffhanger! Nice.
Post-credit scene, the door with many in it. You can see something beyond it. It's not just a wall anymore. It's a stone room.
Oh.
James?
Oh.
What's the, yeah.
Next week, you will not initially join us on Foundry. You'll join me on Roll20.
Ooh, going retro.
Ooh.
You, spoiler, will be building the dungeon they have to pass through.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Level 6, sweet.
Make it easy.
You're not
He's
level
like the perfect person to do that too.
I think now's a good time to give you guys the level. Sure, you took 2 days of rest. I'll buy that. You got through a lot of fights. Go ahead and take the level up.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to think about this.
Yes.
Choose your who's its, what's its, roll for health, either now or when
that's
we come
right.
back. We'll D&D beyond it.
Yeah.
Any surprises we need to know about? And of
Depends
course,
on which level I take.
we have post-game discussion here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with monk level.
You wanna
just
get
so I
that
get
extra
second
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking a level of rate for the same reason.
I think
And I can now cast second level spells with my second level spots I've been using to cast first level spells.
I think I said earlier that Godric wasn't very religious, but I think with people showing up and viewing him as like a some kind of prophet, he might dip into cleric now.
Go to the forge.
Yeah, forge.
I'm going
You
to
get
make my
resistance- you
second rage prophet.
You get resistance to fire too. Would it help you in that fireball?
Yeah, I would have.
I also have stunning strike, which will be nice.
Stunning Strike is truly ridiculously broken.
I had time.
Do you have any reason to not pick Bard? I guess that's my first question.
The only thing I was thinking of was putting some wizard levels to get some different spells, but no, I can just keep going bard. I like the spells I have.
The high level bard spells are nice.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep going.
Legend lore is incredible, actually.
Yes.
We have been doing a lot of the legend stuff. That would be cool.
Yes. Okay, I made my
Well,
decision.
it took you guys to figure out the extremely literal beneath my feet riddle, but you knocked out the rest of them somewhat
Yeah, those,
accidentally for some.
None of us
really-
wanted to like desecrate the
Desecrate
grave.
the
zone.
grave.
Yeah, especially with those ones. Jesus. 2 investigations in a row with level. With one.
You guys
Don't
need to
want
do
to
some
anger the
penance.
dead, you know.
For reals. And I'm good. I have proficiency in investigation. So I was like, no.
Yeah, good work all around. Nice duel. Good
House is getting
project
started.
management with the team.
House is going to be built. in
I'm a
75
little
days.
sad you guys aren't going to stick around and find your new NPCs, but I've written them down, so we'll meet them when you meet them. Certainly, acquiring money to finish up more of the keep isn't a bad plan.
No, not at all.
We got a really big sheep for Godric, so there's one NPC.
And he immediately forgot about it and had no scenes with it.
Yeah.
Sparky's
what am I
out
gonna
here
do?
being
Take it
number
into
one
a,
MVP.
Yeah. Yes.
Listen, we had a party night, and you could have been partying with your new sheep.
I mean, I'm sure I got the sheep drunk. That's why I couldn't come down to the tomb with us. It was still blackout.
You're mine now.
I was wondering whether it's possible to get Sparky drunk, or maybe like the platinum pieces act as like a narcotic.
No, he can get drunk regularly off of alcohol.
Awesome. Definitely gonna do that scene later
on. Thank you for the bits, audience. Thank you very much. And yeah, any introduction talk before we?
Weren't we supposed to talk about something during our outro talk?
Listen, James has been on a savage social media campaign to destroy the OGL, but
I've had my ranty pants on.
I know what those
I'll just
are.
say hashtag open D&D. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
To quickly catch up anyone that doesn't know about it, OGL is the thing that allows, it's the open gaming license. It's what allows things like Pathfinder and a lot of the third-party stuff to exist. Many years ago, Wizards lawyers basically said this will be free forever in perpetuity as long as you follow our licensing and publish along these lines and don't embarrass us or anything. You can make your own stuff. And recently, Wizards said, we're going to revoke that. And we will own anything you make. You don't have any say in our permissions in this matter. There were a number of other stipulations and riders. And then was it Friday they came out and said, actually, that was just a draft and it was mostly a joke. We didn't realize it would be so bad. Really, we're all winners here today. And that deeply upset the community even more. So
I'm sure
gaslighting your customers is generally a poor business practice.
Yeah.
You know, I like 5th edition. I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere, but I'm also not in a hurry to spend more money if this is what it's going to become. So,
right.
I hope they'll make good decisions.
VTTs are off the table now, so that they won't touch Foundry. So, I think people are raising a good point. We could keep doing what we're doing now indefinitely without ever having to spend another dollar on it. So
we'll see. Yeah.
True.
No. We're going to keep playing this game indefinitely, Arthur.
The question is whether or not the question is whether or not I could monetize it on YouTube. You know, make the massive ad dollars.
That's the goal. Once we build the keep, then we'll really start, advertising.
I'm APGamingREAL. I have a new show on Monday nights. Starts with that number, Shipbreakers. I'm also a member of James's Blood Bowl campaign. I'm there to be the bad guy that gets easily beaten up. So I'm like Worf or Skeletor or...
You're the heel, that's all.
Yeah, but I'm not like the heel like the Undertaker. I'm the heel like Triple H. James, what's going on with you?
I'm Grimdark James. As Arthur said, the only thing working right now is my little Blood Bowl playtest, which is so far I'm happy with how that's going. It's on my YouTube channel, which Arthur is part of, along with Big Spoon, Fohammer, and Lawson. Otherwise, I'm back here on Saturday for more Pendragon, or not this Saturday, but Saturdays in general. And once again, very looking forward to next Sunday to play more GFA with these fine folk and this fine GM.
An even finer GM.
You guys gotta stop being like, oh, I like playing with you all the time. It's fucking embarrassing to me. I mean, I like hearing it, but also it's like, people want me to feel emotions and shit. Jesus.
But I don't want you don't have to feel emotions.
Good, I don't want to.
We'll feel the emotions for you and tell you what your emotions are.
I'm just out here trying to talk about a bunch of already dead people who left messages for you and each other in their death tombs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm here to do.
Walk through.
Andrew, what do you have?
I'm Neo Buzzard. You can usually find me on AP's Discord. I tend to lurk around the BattleTech Discords and the GFA Discords. Not really doing too much of anything right now. You can hit me up for painting tips if you're interested in painting minis. I'm not really taking commissions at the moment. I paint minis for the Endel Steel show. Maybe I'll be painting some minis up for our show sometime soon.
Eee.
I think someone had said in the Twitch chat earlier that AP is a great DM. I can say that I've learned a lot to be a better DM watching AP stuff.
Thank you.
Agreed. Even though I'm never DM.
Okay, once you cross that line, you'll never be able to go back again.
You're your group's
Yeah,
favorite
because nobody
player,
will let
right?
you. There's too many players and not enough DMs.
Right.
But I'm Bearded Jalapeno. In case you were wondering, I stream on Twitch on Tuesday, Thursdays, and a game on Saturdays, and then we do AP's D&D thing on the Sundays. And I post my finished artwork on the Instagrams and the Twitters. So if you want to learn how to draw and do other draw stuff, catch me on Twitch. And that's my spiel.
Oh.
Lauren?
I'm Lauren Danger. You can find me on YouTube at Lauren Danger Shaw, where I talk about mostly arms, armor, sword fighting, because I am a sword fight instructor. Incidentally, I'm starting to teach a new class tomorrow night.
Nice.
Which means I can't watch Shipbreakers. So I got 6 newbies that I got to teach. And I'm wondering if I should make videos, not with them, but, you know, I should do a YouTube series on basic instructions. So
How to sword fight for dummies?
Have you considered
Yeah.
Skillshare?
James, you and Skillshare lately. You gotta.
No.
I'm just trying to get.
I keep my niche. I keep in my lane, and I'm fine. I'm happy. What?
He's trying to get all those sponsorships right now.
Yeah.
That's how we keep going.
Well, I would like to talk about Raid Shadow Legends.
Seriously, or
No, of course not. I've never played it. But if they want to give me money to say their name, I will do it.
I will also do that.
I will not.
We will be back next week. Everybody's confirmed.
Yes. Should be good.
We'll be doing a dungeon about Unity that will require you to be separate.
Ah.
Listen, he was a barbarian, not a wizard, so